So what is a sauna? I would like to try to answer to this question. Very often in Finland we define sauna by löyly. Löyly is the steam, the breath, the spirit of sauna, no doubt. And we have the law of löyly. We are really talented in constituting, in defining what constitutes as a good löyly. But actually, I think sauna begins from somewhere else. The key essence of sauna is kiuas, and especially the rocks of the sauna stove. The traditional kiuas is actually just a pile, a stack of stones with the fire chamber underneath, or the hole for the fire underneath. And this is really essential for sauna. When we read or we sing the runes, or where they describe the original sauna, it is very specific that the rocks of the sauna stove are brought in from specific type of natural water, river or shore of something. Anyway, there are beautiful descriptions of this. The water has to be collected from a spring or a river, somewhere very specific, again described. And of course, the woods have to be certain type. But the rocks, everything begins with the rocks, piling of the rocks, stacking the rocks. And when the kiuas is there, it's the altar of the sauna offerings that is present. And then we can actually start the ritual of sauna bathing. And sauna is the temple of the elements. It's the temple of the forest. We bring all the elements that constitute life, constitute forest, into a very defined space. And thus we are really able to have a sort of worship ritual, but also to work with them very concretely for our health and for our benefit, our wholesome well-being. And there are very nice runes giving descriptions of the sauna, specific mythological description of the sauna floor and walls and roof. And there are always different aspects of forest creatures that are present there. So yeah, sauna is the temple of the forest. And it has been also in the forest. I speak about it in the video where I talk more about the kiuas, the sauna stove, that this concept of rock pile has been a place of worship also in the forest. So this is a very, very common phenomenon in the Finnish culture. And when we enter in next to this offering site, kiuas, or a pile of rocks, we do give our offering, and it can be this pouring of the water, and thus getting the löyly, the spirit and breath of sauna, the steam that is such a vital part of sauna, that we actually really often talk about the quality of löyly when we talk about quality of sauna. And löyly is the beginning and alpha and omega. It's described in the Finnish runes, and as in and out, or exhale and inhale, or good or bad and bad löyly. Always this movement. And so löyly comes and löyly goes, even in the sauna. And löyly is described as this fifth element. As sauna begins with the rocks, with the element of earth, it is often described as maahinen. I will speak about that later on, but in many healing concepts, it is sort of considered that earth holds the elements and all the other elements, and sort of through the earth, then we can also work with the other elements, because earth gives the other elements their physical existence. And in the sauna, it is very concrete. We have the rocks, we have then the air that ignites the fire. Fire cannot exist without air, without oxygen. Then the fire heats, and it heats, and it collects into the rocks as heat. That's the fire. And then, of course, when we know when heat collects enough, the water in the air starts condensating, and we have the water element. We pour the water on the hot rocks, and thus we have the löyly, the fifth element. This is sort of the elemental worship that we all the time repeat in our sauna ritual, or actually in our everyday sauna bathing. So yeah, to answer the question, what is a sauna? It's the temple of the elements. It's the temple of the forest. Uh, it's the space for healing. It's liminal space, gate between the worlds. It's where we enter to rest and recover, and then we are again reborn. It is the womb of the original mother, moist, warm place where we can really sort of experience this small death and then be reborn from. And it is also an altar for the spirit, for the breath of life, for Löyly. It is the act of gathering around the offering site, gathering around these rocks piled in a formation. So that's the essence of sauna.